What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. In today's video we're going to show you the fastest way to earn medallions in Guardian games, but also get your hands on the all-star Vector exotic Skimmer. Being the best class in the game gives you ultimate bragging rights, and Skimmers are some of the best ways to get around in Destiny at the moment. So if you want to make sure your class comes out on top, as well as glide around in style, then be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Now with Guardian games launching back into the game, we have another opportunity to make sure our favourite class comes out on top, but this year we can also pick up a new kind of vehicle. This comes in the form of the Skimmer, and this is a time-limited item, so if you don't unlock it fully before the end of the event that concludes on the 26th of March, then you will limit your opportunities to get your hands on one unless you purchase it directly from Tess over in Eververse. There are two Skimmers available in Destiny 2 right now. Like I said, one is purchasable using real world money and silver over at Eververse, but you can also pick up one for free as part of Guardian games in the form of the All-Star Vector. Now the All-Star Vector is unlocked as part of a quest. You do get a common version initially, but you can complete an additional quest, which means you can retain the All-Star Vector at the conclusion of the event, and it also converts it into an exotic version. Now a key part of Guardian games is earning as many high value medallions as possible, whether that be for your class or even just to unlock the All-Star Vector Skimmer. Now by visiting Eva Levante over in the tower, you are able to collect contender cards. These vary in their difficulty, but also in the type of medals they grant upon completion. Now when you approach Eva Levante for the first time, she will grant you a best in class tutorial quest. This will grant you a brand new special class item that you'll need to equip throughout Guardian games. It will also ask you to complete a Guardian games activity, and you'll be able to access these through the dedicated nodes over in the tower. Now upon completing that activity, this will grant you a medallion. You'll then be able to hand this in over at the podium in the tower, and you'll also need to speak to Zavala and Shax, who will also grant you their own specific quests. These are to track your high scores in things like Supremacy and also the competitive Nightfall playlist, both of which are tracked throughout the course of the Guardian Games event. Now when you do complete that initial tutorial quest, you will be given a brand new quest called Drop In. This is the one you need to fully unlock the All-Star Vector Skimmer permanently, and as we mentioned earlier, if you fail to complete this quest, then the common one will expire upon the conclusion of Guardian Games on the 26th of March. Now this quest has 3 objectives. You only need to complete one of them in order to fully complete the quest. Now these objectives include earning 1200 medallion score, earn a top 10% score in the Nightfall challenges, or open 3 focus activity winners packages. Now upon completing any of those objectives, the common Skimmer that's already in your inventory will simply convert into an exotic version. Now as we touched upon, you only need to complete one of those 3 objectives. Now if you are able to get a full fire team together of experienced end game players and jump into the competitive Nightfall challenge playlist, as long as you earn a high score of over 230,000, then this should put you in the top 10% percentile, instantly unlocking the exotic All-Star Skimmer. Now a thing to bear in mind is that it's easier to get into the top 10% percentile if you complete the Nightfall challenge straight after the weekly reset. This means that the overall score for the top 10% is much lower, therefore giving you a higher chance of getting into the top 10% percentile. Now if for any reason you aren't able to get a fire team together to get that done, either via LFG or the fire team finder, then you have 2 other alternatives. You can open focus activity chests. Now this changes every few hours throughout Guardian games, as there will be a new focus activity every 2 hours throughout the course of the week and every 3 hours over the course of the weekend. Now when you complete this focused activity, you'll be granted a bonus chest, and depending on how you perform, this will either be a bronze, silver or gold bonus chest. So all in all, if you don't mind playing different activities, or if you're able to shift around your schedule to make sure you're online at the right time when it comes to playing the activity that you want to play, and depending on how flexible your schedule is, You may find this an easier or harder method to unlocking the exotic Skimmer. Now the third and final objective, which is probably the simplest, but for many maybe one of the longest, is by earning 1200 medallion score. Now you'll earn score every time you hand in a medallion over at the podium in the tower. Bronze medals are worth 1 point, silver medals are worth 2 points, gold medals are worth 5 points, with platinum medals granting 15 points. Now alongside those medals you can also earn diamond medals. You are limited to the amount that you can unlock each week. These will require you to do endgame PvE or PvP content, or tune into any Twitch streamer that has Twitch drops enabled over in the Twitch directory. As long as your Twitch account is linked to your Bungie account, then over time this will unlock a diamond medal, which you can then pick up from either Levante over in the tower to hand into the podium. Now naturally you'll want to earn as many medallions as possible, not just for your all-star Vector Skimmer, but also for your specific class. Now platinum medals are the fastest and easiest way, just because there isn't a cap like the diamond medallions, and by working together as a team you can complete these much quicker than pretty much any other contender card in the entire Guardian Games event. Now you can achieve this by picking up the platinum card for raids. You can either visit either Levante in the tower, but because contender cards are pretty much just bounties, you can even use the Destiny 2 companion app, and you can even pull contender cards directly from either Levante as long as you're in orbit and not directly in an activity. This actually saves you an incredible amount of time and will mean you won't need to keep revisiting either Levante to pick up a new contender card each and every time. Now by picking up the platinum medal for the raids, this actually has objectives linked to raids and dungeons. Now to complete this card you need to complete 3 encounters, with bonus progress being granted upon activity completion. Now we can take advantage of this bonus by farming Dol in Karu. Now Dol in Karu is the final boss in the Shattered Throne dungeon. Now it is possible to get a checkpoint specifically for Dol in Karu. You can use D2 checkpoint or even the Destiny 2 LFG, or if you use the Fireteam Finder in game, you're bound to find teams farming exactly the same checkpoint. Now as always, to hold the checkpoint you will want to load in using an additional character. Then once all the fire team has joined, that Guardian can swap out, and as soon as the rest of the team see that they've joined back on their main Guardian, they can kick off the encounter and they'll still earn progress towards their contender card too. Now in terms of strategies, it's well worth having double fusion rifles and Warcliffe coil. The fusion rifles can over penetrate the knights, making it much easier to take them all out, and Warcliffe coil is incredibly effective when taking out Dol in Karu, and upon defeating her she'll drop a silver medal, and this will grant you 54% progress towards completing your platinum contender card. This means you only in fact need to complete 2 runs of this checkpoint, and this will complete a platinum contender card each and every time. Now upon completion of your contender card whilst in orbit, like we mentioned before, you can use the companion app to get a new contender card, and then you can simply rinse and repeat this process with your team until your medallion case is full, upon which you can then visit the tower to hand in all your medallions at the podium. All in all, it's by far the quickest and easiest way to earn platinum medals, get even easier medallion score, but also work towards the 3rd major objective when it comes to permanently unlocking your exotic all-star Vector Skimmer. So there we have it guys, a good look on the fastest and easiest way to earn medallions and also unlock the exotic Skimmer, the all-star Vector. Now if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to be to the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.